was harder than I would have liked. But give the Louisville kids and coaches a lot of credit. Man, they just kept battling. I told our guys, you watch them on film, they're playing hard, really hard. And obviously, all you got to do is look at the rebounding. We've had probably two of our best rebounding games of the season against Duke and Florida State, defensive rebounding. And I got to watch the film. Now, we played some zone, and I do think they got some rebounds against our zone. But I don't think our guards did a good job at all tonight rebounding, and that was obviously a big factor in them having a chance to come back. Having said all that, I thought we didn't shoot the ball well again, and very slow starting, some because we missed a lot of good shots again. But there was a stretch there, the last 10 minutes of the first half and first 10 minutes of the second half, we played very well. Obviously built a big lead. I think our defense is improving, and we got a lot of first shot miss, obviously, so that part was really good. We had some very careless turnovers down the stretch, and they made some shots. And sometimes that happens. You get behind, and you're really kind of playing with a free mind, and the shots there's a lot less stress. And I think that's part of the reason why you see comebacks in college basketball. The swings are so great. The team that has the lead gets a little tight, which we did, and then the team that's behind is kind of playing free. But again, we'll take it. Really happy the way we played for about 25 minutes of the game, and give the Louisville kids and coaches a lot of credit. I thought they really busted it and competed, and they whipped us on the glass. Questions for me?
Can you talk to us about Chase Hunter and his accomplishment tonight and the great game he played?
Yeah, he did. Chase has been playing better. Really happy for him. He's had a lot going on. New father, just had a baby and is beaming from it, which I think is really cool. But I think he's played well these last couple of weeks. He's kind of coming out of it. He made a couple threes. Certainly, it's been fun to coach him in his career here. He's had a lot of adversity, ups and downs, especially as a young player with injuries, and then, just kind of trying to find your way like most freshmen and sophomores do. But he's really blossomed into a nice player, and he's had a nice career. To score 1,000 points speaks to how good he is, and certainly I've enjoyed coaching him, and I'm really happy for him.
How big was it to kind of get over the hump after the other day, and then not playing your best today, but
yeah,
to win?
I mean, this is what it is. I mean, we've, win a game and lose a game, win a game, lose a game. It just we haven't been able to kind of build a streak. Hopefully we can play well Saturday. Yeah, I mean, that was an emotional, heartbreaking, brutal loss. It sticks with you for a while, just human nature. And but I thought we came out fine. If we make shots, we have a good lead early. Now maybe they say the same thing. If they made some of their shots early, the game is different. But I thought we got a lot of good shots. We for whatever reason, in this building, we're having a hard time making them. And but defensively, I thought we played hard. I thought we mixed in some zone tonight, which was good for us. We just wanted to try that on some BOBs. And, but there was a little segment. I thought a couple guys off the bench, maybe not quite as much juice as I would have liked. But, again, I thought the middle half of the game we played great, and that's why we had a 20-point lead.
With the veteran leadership that you have on the team, would you like to see a little bit better killer instinct, like finish teams?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'd love it. But again, I think, that's, the killer instinct, it's not, the Georgia Tech game I don't think that's a good example of killer instinct. Tonight is. We just made a couple of dumb plays on defense in the last end of the game, and they made some big shots. This was killer instinct, and I was imploring them at the 12-minute mark, let's finish it. Knock them out right here. This is our chance. And then the next time out, let's knock them out. This is our chance. And we didn't get it done. And again, some of that's credit to Louisville. Some of it is we missed some shots, had a couple silly turnovers, and they started making a few, and so they got confidence and they started putting a little bit of game pressure on us. But to give our guys credit too, we did make 4 free throws down the stretch, got a couple stops down the stretch. you kind of sometimes gloss over those, but certainly if the outcome had been different, we wouldn't be doing that. So, and that's kind of what happened to Georgia Tech.
You talk about the shooting that continues to be a problem. How do you snap out of that? Is it something
I don't know that I know. I don't talk about it a lot. I don't think you make a mountain out of a molehill, but, we've done a lot of shooting. Guys are coming in and shooting all the time, shooting with coaches before practice, after practice, during the day. PJ comes in the mornings, you just kind of work your way through. Like Chase has made a couple here lately, and I didn't make as many at Duke, but PJ just had a tough shooting night from three. I think 5 of the 6 shots are probably really good shots, and usually he's going to make at least 2 of them, 2 of the 5. But tonight just, didn't go down.
With that said, late in the game when you needed baskets, the comfort of having PJ.
Yeah, huge player. Obviously, yeah, he's a stud. He's a first-team all-conference player, and we're trying to go to him when we can. And most of the time he delivers. That's why he's good. And he makes plays at crunch time. He makes plays when you need him. He wants the ball. He's an outstanding player, and, lucky to coach him.
so that Alex Hemenway wasn't available again today?
Yeah, he's had a little bit of a setback. It's just, and it wasn't like I said that he was never going to play at Duke. He's been trying to work his way back through it. He's tried a couple practices. Again, he hasn't played in a full practice. He's tried, but it's just, it's a hard one. Like, you kind of got to go with the player and the trainer, and just, they got to tell you how they feel. And, he hasn't been able to get it right yet.
After Saturday's crushing loss, to get a hard-fought win today, what can that do to springboard you guys into the final month?
I hope so. Yeah. I'm sure our guys, we all felt a little pressure to win this game. You know what I mean? Like, it's a home game. You need to win it. It's part of doing well in your league, and you're just battling. But I think that, the other thing, I'm really tired of the narrative, like our league. I think the narrative with our league is ridiculous. And there's going to be stats, somebody said we're 9-3 against the Big 12, and it's teams are different, right? Teams improve. These guys battled some good teams in the non-conference. Maybe it was they lost by a basket or 2 to Indiana and Texas. Those are 2 that just popped off my head. Like Georgia Tech is completely different. I don't even know what happened in their game against Carolina. Did they win? Yeah. See, like, that's a joke, right? So they're good enough to beat Carolina, Duke, and Clemson, but they're not very good. That's insane, right? Like, let's get some other teams to try to beat all 3 of us, right? Those guys, their freshmen, are completely different, and those guys weren't even playing at the time. So it's obviously frustrating for the coaches and players in the league, the narrative that is not right, and hopefully our league and everybody else will do more. But this is what happens: is we cannibalize each other, and I think the net is an overreach, because you can completely pad your stats by playing a weak schedule and winning by 40, and pad your offensive efficiency and your defensive efficiency. And so the fact they cap it at 10, but your efficiency numbers change, right? And so then the question is, like, we overschedule probably. We've scheduled the last 2 years. We've scheduled less guarantee games, and it almost feels like it's not. This year we're winning, so maybe that'll prove to be the real big help. But I'm watching other teams that are doing the opposite. They're scheduling 7 and 8 guarantee games and winning by 30 as much as they can, and like their net numbers are higher than I would expect them to be. And a lot of the Big 12 is doing that. We need to study it better as a league. If that's part of the trick, then we need to study it better, because I don't think our league does that as much, and partly because we play 20 league games. And so maybe we need to advocate again for 18.